Afternoon, 6th of January, about 6:30 p.m. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all those things. Been busy. So, yeah, scorching hot day again. That's some water out of a soaker hose back there in the shade now. Chook's out, dog's penned up. I'm putting a lot of cow poo mixed with water, steeped over to try and keep this all green. Gratuitous, strategic watering. So, you might see it looks a bit different. I'll flick back here and we've got, that's the way that looks now. And then that side's been opened up, the chooks have been moved. Yeah, so we got 50 silver perch arrived today. A day earlier. Shout out to Alina and the guys at livefish.com. Great service. They all arrived alive. Right, so a bit different. We come in, that's firewood, that's kindling firewood. Not those IBCs, but one of those will become a chook house, the other will just probably be water storage at the moment. A couple of spare cages, all that that's water. All of that soil came from in and around there, and you can see a frame house. So that's 25mm PVC on star pickets. You can see the black stuff on the roof wasn't going to work. My angles were wrong. It was all bad. Plan B. I had to wait because I couldn't buy that stuff where I live. It's a 300k journey each way to get that. So anyway, it's up. I had the shade cloth. I didn't have to buy any new shade cloth, just the PVC pipe and fittings. I mentioned very early on that whole shade house will be reptile proofed. A little bit of a gate. Make sure that I don't have to walk the long way around all the time as we come into there. So I'll leave the gate open, backtrack. So there we go. So at 6:30 you can see the sun's still peeking through over there. So had to track the angle. That's almost right for my shade and my light. I need one more run on the roof to make it really solid. We planted yesterday a bunch of stuff, bok choys and lettuce, a bunch of greens, passion fruit, a loganberry and different things. Some haven't made it. My planting error in some of them, and just a scorching hot day. I did the root cleanup late last night and planted them in the cool, but still hot. So it's all solid. There I am. And now we enter through here. That's a tank of mice down the far end there. I have reptiles, I have snakes. So we come in and that's 20mm blue metal. The river rock and blue metal under with the stones between, back of the shed. That IBC on the far side hasn't changed. It has been wrapped in black plastic though. I'll be doing a new lid, probably finish that tonight. Get a lid for this one. It's been almost leveled out today. It will be home for the 50 silver. Sump tanks for a floating raft system. You get an idea of that framework there like that. And the beds. So the fish have been growing nicely. Single fatality a while back. Nothing since. They are growing well. Made up vacuum wand. That's the filter mats. Been keeping those out of there. But that's where they were. Yeah, so that's just black plastic. I might wrap a second piece around there even. But algal growth is pretty minimum and you can see them. There you go, fish. Yeah, vacuum wand, that's excess food. I'm just throwing it in right now. I haven't been worrying about it because I do want to check and know what they're eating, of course. There they go, there they are. It's bad light. But yeah, for the moment, I've just been throwing it in. Radial flow's working well. So for tomorrow, I need to plumb a T section into that piece of pipe and run that across there and wrap it around to one of those holes, the bottom one. And then I will plumb those up at a later date. So that will give me twice as much water running through there. Okay, so you can see along there, we've got that all pinned down now. What did we put in? That was a replanted jalapeno, might survive. Snow pea, a couple there won't live. The bok choy, Asian salad mix, a panorama gold passion fruit. The idea is that that will grow up there and out there. Sun comes in under here for these beds for a few hours of the morning. You can see which ones look good and which ones don't. Now that's probably my planting technique as much as anything else, but I'm just going to let them go. If they're not crispy, they're probably just on the edge of getting enough water. You can see there's a crispy one here where that one's just leaned over going, "Ugh." But if I touch them again, I'll disrupt the roots. I haven't done this before. I'm still learning how to work with my media and stuff, but those lettuce are looking good as well. That's a loganberry. The curry plant survives. The blackjack zucchini survives. You can see it's actually prospering. That's cardamom ginger, and it's been subdivided. That pot there is in my office full, so it's been subdivided into there. The jalapenos survive, except for that one that got murdered up there to make way for the cardamom ginger, but they're not all going to survive anyway. I think this one here and possibly this one here will be the surviving ones. You can see there's actually flour in there. Look at that. The beans have done nothing, but that's okay. Poor buggers. They got toasted. They probably haven't had the best of flood and drain cycles all in all as well. So we can now get down through there. This has been cut. Still the sump tank's under there. I'm not going to get down there at the moment. It's all nasty. So there we go. In small drum, IBC is mice, as I said. That one's got cow poo in it with water mixed in. That's where I get the mixture to throw over the garden. That's why it all looks so green. It just loves it. Yeah, so there we go. Now we got 50 silver perch today, so I need to deal with them. I'll do that vacuum wand in a different clip. Yeah, see, that's going to be my planting, although I haven't checked. Yeah, it looks like a good cycle, but I need to check all that now. That jalapeno's a sorry bugger. So I'm pretty happy. Need to level that IBC up and then plumb it tomorrow, and I'll fill it with the soft water from the tank that you can just see in the background there. And we'll halve that. I need to empty and clean that radial flow filter, so I'll pump all of that water across. So I start with good water. There's 200 litres there. I'll show you when I'm doing that tomorrow. The Venturi's working well. I bought a bunch of 20mm pipe. I did go away over the break. And I had to wait to get stuff 300k away, so I bought a few pipes. You can see I had to order all of this. It got trucked in, and the fittings I bought online, everything had to come in, which is a bit of a bugger. You pay a bit of a premium for your shipping, but you get that, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's a very hot, dry part of the world where I live, so that's that. I'm going to put the fish tonight into just a little fish tank, get them out of the plastic bags. I'll show you that mission as I'm doing it. You can hear, if not probably see, you can't see a lot under there. Oh yeah, it's that one at the back. Siphoning, all's well. I don't know what shades these are. You can see I've doubled that piece over. I had two big pieces. I don't know what they were, about 3 by 7 or something, from a previous shade house that I had, big hoop house. So I just, did that, and it keeps it off. The idea is that you want obviously as little light as possible into these IBCs, so I'm just going to keep wrapping it. I've got a roll of black plastic. It's not expensive, and I had some from a previous job. And in between the layers, I'm going to start to actually put some wool and get insulation happening. Beautiful. Okay, bye.